The woman never expected that the vehicle coming to pick her up for her wedding wouldn't be a luxurious car, but a shabby tricycle. And the man who came for her turned out to be just a scrap collector. Her younger sister mocked her, saying that in the future, she could laugh while sitting on a tricycle, while she herself would sit in a luxury car and cry in grievance. At that moment, the woman immediately recognized the man in front of her. When she used to deliver packages, she often saw him collecting scrap. The woman was originally the wealthy young lady of the Xie family, but 6 years ago, after becoming pregnant before marriage, she was driven out of the house and reduced to making a living by delivering packages. Today, however, her father suddenly found her and said he wanted to bring her back to the Xie family. She thought her father had forgiven her, but in reality, he only wanted her to take her sister's place and marry the scrap collector. Meanwhile, her sister was to marry into a wealthy family. The two sisters got married on the same day, but the scale of their wedding processions was like heaven and earth apart. People around them pointed and whispered, saying that a disgraced young lady who had a child before marriage was a perfect match for a scrap collector. Before leaving, her sister didn't forget to mock her again, saying that if there was any trash at home in the future, they would just call her to come collect it herself. Just like that, the woman took her son and got on the tricycle to her new home. When she got down, she saw the yard filled with piles of empty bottles. Suddenly, a large sack of bottles fell over, startling her. Fortunately, her mother-in-law was very kind. She was very satisfied with her and didn't mind her having a son. She even said the boy looked a lot like her own son when he was little. The woman secretly decided that since she had married into this family, she would live her life here properly. At that moment, a maid served tea. The woman took just one sip and froze. This tea was definitely not ordinary. Her mother-in-law said she didn't know what kind of tea it was. People had insisted on giving it to them, and there was still a large pile of it left. Each portion was worth tens of thousands altogether. It must be worth tens of millions. Then her mother-in-law took her to the dining room. The woman was shocked to see 3 legendary master chefs personally cooking. Her mother-in-law casually said that these chefs had heard about their family's wedding and rushed over, competing to cook for them. 3 top chefs fighting to prepare a banquet. She almost fainted. When the food was served, she was completely stunned. The table was filled with rare delicacies. This single meal alone must cost hundreds of thousands, something she could never afford even if she delivered packages her whole life. Yet her mother-in-law smiled and said it was just a simple home-cooked meal, telling her not to mind it. Then she told her son to quickly bring out the gift they had prepared. When the woman opened the gift box, it was filled with diamonds and jade. She was completely stunned. Seeing her reaction, the man quickly asked if she didn't like it and said he could change it if she wanted. The woman hurriedly refused, saying she liked it very much, it was just too expensive. The man then handed her 2 bank cards as pocket money. When she looked at them, she realized there were only 10 such cards in the entire world and he had just given her 2. She was completely numb with shock. She cautiously asked if his family was very rich. The man awkwardly admitted it. She was overwhelmed, secretly feeling a sense of satisfaction. Meanwhile, her sister still imagined that the woman must be picking trash in a garbage dump, destined to be beneath her forever. But on her own wedding night, her husband forced her to kneel and wash his feet. She tried to refuse, but he pushed her to the ground and threatened her fiercely. In the end, she obediently knelt and washed his feet.